Imagine this. You're a car collector. Money is no object. Your garage isn't just a garage, it's a kingdom. How many cars would you own? 100? Maybe 500? For the Sultan of Brunei, those numbers are laughable. His collection is 7,000 cars strong. Yes, 7,000. The largest private car collection on the planet, valued at nearly $5 billion, a sum equal to the quarterly budget of an entire nation. And these aren't just any cars. They're the rarest of the rare. Limited editions, one-offs, machines so exclusive that most car lovers will never see them in their lifetime, except maybe in a magazine or in a dream. But here's where the story gets even stranger. The Sultan is famously private. He doesn't flaunt his cars, doesn't parade them on social media, and for decades, the true scale of his empire on wheels was hidden away, a secret collection, sealed behind closed doors. Until one day, something changed. An anonymous Instagram account suddenly leaked photographs, not new ones, but pictures taken back in 2001. Grainy glimpses into a world that was never meant to be seen. Why were they leaked? Who risked exposing them? No one knows. But for car enthusiasts around the world, it was a moment of revelation. A fleeting look inside the legendary, almost mythical garage of the Sultan of Brunei. 10. AC cars. When it comes to the Sultan's garage, even the smaller collections are jaw-dropping. Take AC cars, for example, the oldest independent car maker in Britain. Most collectors would be proud to own just one. The Sultan? He has 8, not 1, not 2, 8. Among them are 3 AC Cobras, machines originally crafted by the legendary Carroll Shelby. Raw, muscular, and built around a thundering V8 engine, the Cobra isn't just a car, it's a piece of racing history. And then there are the 5 AC Aces, each one a different model, each one built with an engine tuned for 120 brake horsepower, capable of reaching 118 miles per hour, a serious feat for their era. Together, these 8 cars form a collection within the collection. Rare gems from a golden age of British motoring. The kind of cars most enthusiasts spend a lifetime dreaming about, while the Sultan simply lines them up side by side. 9. Mercedes-Benz Specials by AMG. If the Sultan's passion for AC cars raised eyebrows, his obsession with Mercedes-AMG will leave you speechless. Because in his garage, he doesn't just own a handful, he owns over 180 of them. And these aren't the kind of AMGs you'll ever see on the streets. Every single one was custom built to his exact specifications. Unique colors, one-off designs, performance tweaks that existed for no one else. Each car is a fingerprint, exclusive to the Sultan. Tucked inside this fleet are legends: the AMG 600 BP 9922, the AMG 600 SECBQ 7505, and the mysterious AMG 600 Nun. Names whispered among enthusiasts like urban myths. But the one car said to be closest to his heart is surprisingly modest by comparison: the Mercedes-Benz ML 55 AMG, his daily driver. And because he could, he owns both the Spider version and the hardtop. Back in the day, Mercedes struggled to sell just 20 of these rare creations. But when others hesitated, the Sultan swooped in and bought 2. For most of us, these AMGs are shadows. Cars we'll never touch, never hear, never even see outside of photographs. But for the Sultan, they're more than machines. They're a living gallery of power, precision, and unmatched luxury. 8. Audi. Compared to his fleet of AMGs, the Sultan's Audi collection might seem modest. But make no mistake, over 10 Audis still make for a jaw-dropping lineup. And for true enthusiasts, these cars are the stuff of dreams. Inside his garages, you'll find the Audi A3, the A4, the luxurious A8, the Audi 200, the Avant, and of course, the legendary Quattro. The A8 stands out as the crown jewel, a luxury sedan with 3 different engine options: a V6, a V6 hybrid, and a V8, all paired with a 7-speed automatic system. Depending on the setup, it delivers anywhere from 335 to 563 horsepower and can push to a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Quiet, refined, but brutally powerful when unleashed. Then there's the Audi A4, turbocharged, agile, built for high performance and acceleration. A car that feels as comfortable tearing down a highway as it does gliding through city streets. And we can't forget the Quattro, Audi's groundbreaking all-wheel drive system that redefined rallying and performance driving forever. Put together, the Sultan's Audi lineup is more than just 10 cars. It's a showcase of Audi's evolution, a living timeline of how the brand fused luxury, performance, and innovation into every model. 7. Bentley. Brace yourself, because this is where the Sultan's collection moves from impressive to almost unbelievable. His 180 custom AMGs are jaw-dropping, but when it comes to Bentley, the numbers defy logic. The Sultan owns 4,133 Bentleys. Yes, over 4,000. That's more than some entire dealerships sell in years. With that figure, there's no doubt he owns every Bentley model imaginable. From timeless classics to one-off commissions, his garages are a universe of Bentley steel and leather. But here's the crown jewel, the Bentley Dominator SUV. At the time, Bentley didn't even build SUVs, yet the Sultan ordered 6 of them, fully custom, each valued at a staggering $4.6 million. Cars that existed for no one else in the world. And the list doesn't stop there. He owns the Bentley Java, commissioned in convertible, wagon, and coupe forms after its debut at the 1994 Geneva Motor Show. Then there's the Continental R and bespoke B3 models, each customized with unique designs. And perhaps most mysterious of all, the Bentley Buccaneer. 6 retro-style, 2-door, 4-seater Bentleys built exclusively for him. One of them was spotted briefly in New Zealand before vanishing back into Brunei. This isn't just a collection, it's a throne room of Bentley royalty. And in that world, the Sultan of Brunei isn't just a king of his nation, he is the undisputed king of automobiles. 6. Aston Martins. When the Sultan of Brunei once visited the US during Obama's presidency, Obama joked, "Go shopping, you'll help boost the economy." But what do you buy when you already own everything, especially when it comes to Aston Martin? The Sultan has 69 Aston Martins in his fleet, not just 1 or 2 models, an entire spectrum of the brand's most powerful and elegant machines. Take the DB7 Grand Tourer. In his garage, multiple variants. The BN, the BP, each fitted with engines capable of 600 horsepower and speeds topping 180 miles per hour. A perfect balance of elegance and raw performance. Exactly the kind of car you'd expect James Bond to drive. Then there's the Aston Martin Virage. His collection includes rare versions like the BM7, the BL995, and even one marked None. All equipped with V12 engines roaring with 550 horsepower and pushing close to 200 miles per hour. But the crown jewels are the ones almost no one ever touches. The Zagato, the Lagonda. Limited editions built in tiny numbers, each one carrying a price tag and prestige that places them among the rarest Aston Martins ever made. For the Sultan, Aston Martin isn't just a brand, it's a statement, 69 times over. A reminder that in his world, even the cars of secret agents come in fleets. 5. Bugatti. When it comes to Bugatti, the Sultan doesn't just collect, he hoards history itself. His Bugatti collection includes some of the rarest, most valuable models the brand has ever produced. At the heart of it all is the EB110, a car that stunned the world in the 1990s with its quad-turbocharged 3.5-liter V12 engine. But the Sultan didn't stop at one. He owns multiple EB110s, each one a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. And then there's the crown jewel, the EB110SS. Only a handful of these super sport variants were ever built. The Sultan secured 4, stamped with production codes SS01, SS02, SS03, and SS13. In the early 2000s, he sold SS01 to the UK government, a move that sent shockwaves through the collector world. But the others, SS02, SS03, and SS13 still rested inside his kingdom of cars, hidden from public eyes as of 2010. The EB110SS isn't just a faster version, it's leaner, meaner, with more power, more upgrades, and performance numbers that made it the hypercar of its time. Owning one is nearly impossible. Owning four? That's the Sultan of Brunei. His Bugatti collection isn't about numbers, it's about legacy. A fleet of machines that most collectors will never even see, locked away in the vaults of one man's automotive empire. 4. Ferraris. Of course, no ultimate car collection would be complete without Ferrari, but in the Sultan's world, even Ferrari is taken to extremes. Inside his garages sit over 450 Ferraris. Not a typo, 450. Enough to fill an entire museum and then some. Among them is one of Ferrari's most iconic machines, the F40. The Sultan didn't just buy one, he bought 11. And because standard wasn't good enough, 10 of them were sent to Italy for a makeover by the legendary design firm Pininfarina. These weren't small tweaks. At the Sultan's request, they added air conditioning, a radio, electric windows, even a tiltable steering column. Luxuries the original stripped-down F40 never offered. 9 of those conversions were overseen by Paolo Goralla, Pininfarina's prototype manager in the 1990s. But the most expensive Ferrari in his possession? The Ferrari FX, a rare mid-engine sports car built in 1995, commissioned exclusively for him. Add to that 2 Michelotto F40 LMs, track-focused beasts and among the most collectible Ferraris ever made. Every one of these cars is limited, exclusive, modified to the Sultan's tastes and his alone. For ordinary collectors, owning even one would be a lifetime achievement. For the Sultan, they're just part of the fleet. Number 3. Porsche. If you own Ferraris, you can't ignore their greatest rival, Porsche. And the Sultan didn't settle for a handful. He amassed 159 Porsches, among them one of the most legendary models of the 1980s, the Porsche 959. A technological marvel of its time, produced between 1986 and 1988. The Sultan owns 12. Back then, the 959 was untouchable. A twin-turbocharged machine with 444 horsepower and a top speed of 197 miles per hour. It wasn't just fast, it was one of the fastest production cars on Earth, a glimpse into the future of supercars. And his Porsche fleet doesn't stop there. He also owns the 928 S4 and 928 GTS, both powered by roaring V8 engines, celebrated for their blend of speed and long-distance comfort. But the rarest of them all? A one-of-a-kind Porsche Karma concept car, built exclusively for him. A design experiment that never reached the public, worth millions, hidden away in his garages. For Porsche enthusiasts, even spotting one of these cars is a dream. For the Sultan, they're just part of a collection that blurs the line between reality and fantasy. 2. Jaguar. If there's one brand that embodies both British elegance and racing performance, it's Jaguar. And naturally, the Sultan of Brunei couldn't resist. His collection? A staggering 152 Jaguars. Among them, the legendary Jaguar XJ220. When it debuted, it was a monster. A 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6 capable of hitting 213 miles per hour. For a time, it held the crown as the fastest production car in the world. The Sultan didn't just own one, he owned multiples. But Jaguars in his collection aren't just about speed, they're about presence. One of the rarest pieces he owns is a Jaguar limousine, a bespoke creation estimated at $14 million. A car that isn't just transportation, but rolling royalty. His lineup also includes the sleek Jaguar XK8 series, the track-focused XJR15, and even Daimler luxury sedans, each representing a different face of Jaguar's evolution. Together, his Jaguars are a living portfolio. Performance, prestige, and pure British craftsmanship, all multiplied by 152. 1. Rolls-Royce. Did you know that the Sultan of Brunei holds the Guinness World Record of owning the largest private collection of Rolls-Royce? Yes, it's believed to be about 600 cars. Back in the 1990s, the Sultan's purchase accounted for almost half of all Rolls-Royce sold worldwide. Specifically, his Rolls-Royce collection includes 4 silver clouds, which were custom-made specifically for him, known as the Rolls-Royce Clouds. There is also the Phantom 6, commonly used by the British monarchy, along with other variants. For his wedding, he bought a custom-made silver spur too, fully plated with 24-karat gold. Though much of the Sultan's collection remains hidden from public view. Occasional glimpses through leaked photos and private accounts continue to fuel intrigue among car enthusiasts. With billions invested in automotive history, the Sultan of Brunei's fleet remains one of the most legendary and elusive collections ever assembled.